The party's coming, the food's coming. Oh no, I've got to have a strategy to stay on my diet. Here we go. So we're organizing a very large party. Almost 50 people will be at my house this weekend for my granddaughter's first birthday. And it's going to be a party that's completely sugar and fat and carbohydrate related. So there's going to be cake and ice cream and pulled pork sandwiches and potato salad and nachos and of course a piñata with lots of candy. So it is going to be crazy with all kinds of goodies and temptations. So I've come up with a game plan to help me get through this weekend. Plus I have guests staying on top of it. So I have a game plan to help me get through this weekend and make sure that I don't get derailed. So as some of you may know, I have lost 60 pounds over the last year on a program called Trim Healthy Mama. And I have another 30-pound goal from now until the end of the year, which is December 31st, 2025, to lose the rest of my weight. I do not want to get derailed. I started thinking about it. I really only have 4 months to lose 30 pounds. So I got a boogie. I can't fiddle around with, having any yo-yo stuff going on. And so this will kind of prep me because the holidays are going to be coming up and I want to make sure that I can get that weight off. So this is my game plan. If you have anything similar coming up, maybe this will give you some ideas and help you. So when you talk about a game plan, you always need to have a pre-game strategy. So my strategy number one is I'm going to eat a high protein meal before my guests get here. Now, thankfully, the party doesn't start till 5 o'clock, but it'll go till late. It's going to be, a lot of fun. Everybody's going to have a great time, but, the actual party starts at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to have a really high protein meal about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and I'm going to make sure that I'm not starving when people come in and try to stay away from the chips and dip and that kind of thing. So I think that's going to help me probably more than anything. And then as far as the appetizers and things like that are out, it's my understanding we're going to be having, my daughter-in-law's actually hosting this at my house, but we're going to be having nachos as the appetizer. So little does she know, I'm actually going to set up a veggie tray. And I'm going to do that with a low-calorie dip so that if I am struggling, I can go have some veggies instead of the nachos. The second strategy that I'm putting in place is that I'm going to allow myself one treat. So for me, that's going to be the cake. I actually order this cake from a Chinese bakery. It is so unbelievably good. The office I used to work at when I was working did these cakes all the time. I found out about this bakery then. It is so good. And so I'm ordering this vanilla strawberry cake. It's got kind of a really light, fluffy frosting. It is just to die for. So I'm not gonna stress over it. I'm gonna allow myself a very small piece of cake, no ice cream, and that is gonna be my treat for the night. I'm gonna stay away from the piñata. I'm gonna stay away from the candy. I'm gonna stay away from all the other sweet treats and allow myself that piece of cake. So don't be afraid to allow yourself something. Usually when I go to a party, and I go to a lot of them, it seems like, I always allow myself one dessert. I try to make it small, but if I sit there deprived, and then it's going to be a week going into, oh gosh, I got to have this and that. So my third strategy is that I'm going to have some healthy backups put in place. I'm not going to be struggling through dinner. Now remember, I've already had my main meal, which is going to be my protein-based meal about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I shouldn't be too hungry when dinner comes along, but I probably will have a small amount of pulled pork. I'm probably going to go back to that veggie tray and have some veggies with it, and that's where I'm going to stop. I'm going to really try to make sure that I noticed my daughter-in-law is already bringing the sodas over and all that. I'm going to get some sparkling waters that are, really good and delicious and have those on hand. So those healthy backups are going to give me a way to make sure that I have other things to eat besides the fattening options. My fourth strategy is that I'm going to stay busy. So this is going to be a swim party. We're going to have a lot of swimming with the kids. I've already decided I'll be out at the pool. I'm going to try to exercise as much as I can, helping the kids swim and have a good time. When I'm not in the pool, I'm going to work hard at trying to help serve people, helping do as much as I can, cleaning up, just keep myself busy and not focus on the food. I mean, it's kind of sad when you think about it that, given the way things are always so focused around food, that it has to be something you really even have to think about. But I think a lot of the success that we have in life is when we're prepared and we don't just fly on the cuff, because that's when I kind of fall off the wagon. So preparation is the key to a successful diet, I think. So just remember, when you're having any kind of a party or event or anything you're going to, you don't have to be perfect. You don't. You're working on your diet most of the time. Just continue to work on it. Try to do your best, and you're not going to be perfect. The goal is to lose the weight. Maybe it takes me an extra week because I had a piece of cake. I don't know. But I'm going to work really hard at continuing to try to prepare and at the same time have a life. And remember, as soon as my weight's off, I'm going to have to figure out how to keep this weight off long term. So I think this is just the way I'm going to have to think about food in the future, and not just let myself go and say, oh wow, I've lost my weight. Where's the spoon? So anyway, I hope this helps. Those are my 4 strategies for success, for getting through this party successfully and staying on my diet. And I just want to encourage you, if you're doing the challenge with me before the end of the year, to lose whatever amount of weight you're losing, that you stay on your diet, prepare, try to read and get as much information as you can about things that you can eat. And of course, I've got all kinds of videos. I'm going to link a playlist at the end of this video, just, all kinds of recipes and things that might be helpful to you. So thanks for watching today. I hope this was helpful to somebody out there. I know it was helpful to me, just kind of getting all this in order for Saturday. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.